Hi there, beauty explorers, ready to unlock some serious
I
wisdom.
think so. You know, I'm always ready for that.
Well, today we are diving deep into 46 beauty habits your future self will thank you for doing.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. It's a super popular YouTube video.
Right, from the channel Semina Squared, and let me tell you, it is packed with tips.
What's really fascinating about Simone Squared is she isn't your typical beauty influencer.
Oh, really? How so?
Well, she's half Chinese and brings this really cool blend of modern beauty practices with traditional, often Asian-influenced wisdom.
Ooh, that's so interesting. So we're not just talking about the latest trendy
No,
product.
no, no. This is about practices that have stood the test of time.
Okay, I'm hooked already. So tell me, where does Simone even begin with 46 habits?
Well, she kicks things off with something that might surprise you.
Oh, what's that?
A weekly chicken bone broth ritual.
Chicken bone broth. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. Is this like a secret beauty potion or something?
It kind of is. In many Asian cultures, it's considered a powerhouse for collagen production, which is essential for skin elasticity, joint health, and that youthful glow we all crave.
So it's about nourishing your body from the inside out.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And what's great is that she emphasizes simple, accessible practices.
I like that.
It's not about expensive creams or treatments. It's about incorporating habits that support your body's natural ability to thrive.
I love that. So chicken bone broth for inner beauty. What about the outside? Does she have any skincare secrets?
Absolutely. Simone swears by a nightly aloe vera and oil routine.
Really?
Yep, for youthful skin and acne reduction.
Aloe vera and oil, huh? But wait, wouldn't oil clog your pores?
That's a common misconception.
Yeah.
Certain oils, when used correctly, can actually balance your skin's natural oils
Okay.
and promote a healthy complexion.
Interesting. So it's not just about what you use, but how you use it.
Exactly. And Simone is a huge believer in preventative care. She stresses the importance of investing in skincare early on to address issues before they become major concerns.
I see kind of like a stitch in time saves nine approach, but for your face. So what else does Simone recommend for preventative care?
Well, this might sound a little unusual, but she's a huge advocate for oil pulling with coconut oil.
Oil pulling. I've heard of that, but never really understood what it was.
It involves swishing a tablespoon of coconut oil in your mouth for 10-20 minutes daily.
Whoa, 10, 20 minutes? That seems like a long time. What's the point of all that swishing?
It's all about oral health. Oil pulling is believed to whiten teeth, improve gum health, and even reduce harmful bacteria in the mouth.
Wow, so it's like a natural mouthwash with added benefits. I'm starting to see a pattern here. Simone seems to be all about leveraging natural ingredients and practices for beauty.
Exactly. She often draws inspiration from traditional remedies and techniques that have been used for centuries.
Okay, I'm ready for the next level of natural beauty wisdom. What else does Simone have up her sleeve?
This is where it gets really fascinating. She dives into the world of fascia and how tension in our bodies, especially in the shoulders and scalp, can actually show up as facial wrinkles.
Wait, what? Shoulder tension can cause wrinkles? How is that even possible?
It might sound surprising, but think of fascia as this intricate network of connective tissue that runs throughout your entire body. When you have tension in one area, it can create a pull on the fascia in other areas, including your face.
Okay, that's mind-blowing. So it's not just about what we put on our skin, but also about how we hold our bodies.
Exactly. Simone even says that taking a fascia course completely changed her perspective on facial aging. She realized how interconnected our bodies are,
Really?
and how seemingly unrelated areas can influence each other.
So if I'm constantly hunching over my computer, I could be inadvertently contributing to wrinkles. Yikes.
It's definitely something to be mindful of. And she specifically mentions that tight jaw muscles from things like teeth grinding can contribute to premature aging and even impact facial structure.
Okay, that's scary. I'm a notorious teeth grinder, especially when I'm stressed. What can I do to release that jaw tension?
Simone recommends various techniques, including facial massage and exercises specifically designed to target those tight jaw muscles.
So it's not just about Botox and fillers, it's about actively working with our facial muscles to keep them toned and youthful.
Precisely. And this ties into her overall emphasis on reducing inflammation for both health and beauty.
Why is reducing inflammation so important?
Well, think of it this way. Inflammation is like a silent ager. It contributes to everything from wrinkles and sagging skin to chronic diseases.
Oh, wow. I never realized inflammation had such a widespread impact. So how does Simone suggest we combat inflammation?
She's a big proponent of incorporating anti-inflammatory foods and supplements into your routine.
Like, what? Give me some examples.
Well, she mentions things like turmeric, ginger, and lion's mane mushrooms, which are known for their potent anti-inflammatory properties.
I actually use turmeric in my cooking all the time. I love that it has beauty benefits, too.
It's amazing how many everyday ingredients have powerful health and beauty properties.
Okay, so we've covered nourishing the body from the inside out, taking care of our skin, and reducing inflammation. What other wisdom does Simone have for us?
Well, she's a firm believer in the power of beauty sleep. She stresses the importance of getting those 7-8 hours of shut-eye every night.
I'm a huge fan of sleep, but is there really a scientific connection between sleep and beauty?
Absolutely. Simone even connects sleep to the concept of telomere length.
Now, to be honest, I have no idea what telomeres are.
Don't worry, a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Think of telomeres as protective caps on the ends of our chromosomes. They play a role in how our cells age.
Okay, so like the plastic tips on shoelaces that prevent them from fraying?
Exactly. And studies suggest that chronic sleep deprivation can actually shorten telomeres, potentially accelerating the aging process.
So beauty sleep is real. I'll definitely be prioritizing those 8 hours tonight.
You and me both. Now, speaking of often overlooked areas, Simone reminds us to pay attention to our hands and necks. They're often the first to show signs of aging.
It's true. I'm so focused on my face that I sometimes forget about my hands and neck.
She has this interesting tip about using gloves to soften hands. You basically slather them in cream, put on plastic gloves, and let them soak overnight.
Okay, that sounds a little weird, but if it works, I'm game.
She also emphasizes the importance of sunscreen and driving gloves for protection.
Yeah.
Our hands are constantly exposed to the elements, so protecting them is crucial.
It's a good reminder to extend our skincare routine beyond our faces. Speaking of sun protection, I'm curious to hear Simone's take on tanning.
She's vehemently against it,
Yeah.
both natural and artificial. She even shares a personal story about developing skin cancer scares after just 2 months of tanning.
Whoa, that's scary. I'm definitely rethinking my next beach trip.
It's a powerful reminder that sun damage is cumulative and can have serious consequences down the line.
And how does Simone connect this to her Asian heritage?
She talks about the Asian beauty philosophy of sun avoidance, which prioritizes preserving a fair and even complexion.
So it's not just about preventing skin cancer, but also about maintaining a youthful appearance.
Exactly. And it's interesting how cultural perspectives on beauty can influence our habits and practices.
Okay, so we've covered physical health and beauty, but what about the mental and emotional aspects? Does Simone address those at all?
Absolutely. She emphasizes the importance of mental wellness, recognizing that it plays a huge role in how we look and feel.
So it's not just about outer beauty, but inner beauty as well.
Precisely. She recommends stress reduction techniques like meditation and saunas,
Right.
which can have a profound impact on our overall well-being and, in turn, our appearance.
I've heard that stress can really mage you. Are there any other mental wellness practices Simone recommends?
She briefly touches on the connection between therapy, self-discovery, and overall well-being. It's about taking care of our mental and emotional health as much as our physical health.
I love that she's acknowledging the importance of mental health in the beauty conversation. It's so refreshing.
It's a holistic approach that recognizes the interconnectedness of our mind, body, and spirit.
This is already so insightful. I'm taking notes like crazy. But hold on, we've covered a lot of ground, and I'm sure there's still so much more to unpack.
You're absolutely right. There's a lot more to dive into with Simone's 46 beauty habits.
Well, then let's take a quick break and come back for more. Okay, we are back and ready for more beauty wisdom from Simone Squared. Where did we leave off?
We were just starting to touch on the mental and emotional aspects of beauty, and Simone's approach there is really insightful.
I am all ears. So much of the beauty conversation focuses on external stuff, but I'm fascinated by the idea that true beauty comes from within.
Exactly. And Simone emphasizes that inner strength and resilience are key components of that inner beauty.
What does she mean by that? How do we cultivate those qualities?
She talks about challenging societal norms and pursuing our passions with confidence. It's about recognizing that true beauty comes from within and that our uniqueness is what makes us truly special.
So it's about owning our individuality, not trying to fit into some predefined mold of what's considered beautiful.
Precisely. And that kind of confidence is incredibly magnetic and attractive. It radiates outwards.
I love that. It's so empowering. It's like, forget those airbrush magazine covers. True beauty is about being comfortable in your own skin.
Exactly. And that ties into the larger theme of self-love and acceptance that runs throughout Simone's beauty philosophy.
Okay, I'm really intrigued by this idea of self-love as a beauty secret. What does that look like in practice?
It's about being kind to ourselves, both physically and mentally, and celebrating our imperfections.
It's so easy to get caught up in self-criticism, especially when you're constantly bombarded with images of perfect bodies and faces.
Absolutely. Simone challenges us to shift our focus from self-criticism to self-compassion. It's about recognizing that true beauty is about embracing our whole selves, flaws and all.
This is such a powerful message. It's like a total reframing of the beauty conversation. It's not about striving for some unattainable ideal. It's about appreciating and loving who you are right now.
You got it. And that shift in mindset can be incredibly liberating.
Now let's talk about a topic that's often associated with aging and that a lot of people might be concerned about. Wrinkles.
Simone acknowledges that wrinkles are a natural part of the aging process, but she doesn't see them as the enemy.
That's interesting. Most beauty advice seems to be about erasing wrinkles, but Simone's taking a different approach.
She believes we can minimize their appearance through preventative measures and targeted treatments, but she also encourages us to embrace them as a sign of a life well lived.
So it's about finding a balance between taking care of your skin and accepting the natural changes that come with age.
Exactly. She emphasizes the importance of starting early with preventative measures like sun protection, hydration, and a healthy diet. But she also recommends incorporating ingredients like retinol and tretinoin into skincare routines to address existing wrinkles.
And I've heard about retinol and tretinoin, but I've also heard they can be harsh on the skin. Does Simone address that?
She does. She cautions against overuse as they can potentially thin the skin. It's all about finding the right balance and listening to your skin's needs.
That makes sense. So it's not about blindly following trends, but about doing your research and understanding what works best for your individual skin.
You got it. And she's also a big fan of eye cream for those delicate under-eye wrinkles, but she emphasizes applying it gently with the fourth finger, which exerts the least amount of pressure.
That's a great tip. I always feel like I'm tugging at my under-eye skin when I apply eye cream.
It's all about being mindful and treating our skin with care. Now let's move on to another area that Simone emphasizes: hair care.
Yes. Her hair is absolutely stunning. I need all her secrets.
She credits her luscious locks to a combination of natural oils, regular scalp massages, and avoiding harsh chemicals.
That sounds amazing. So what kind of oils does she use?
She has this amazing pre-shower ritual where she applies a blend of oils to her hair and scalp,
Like what?
including jojoba oil, olive oil, castor oil, rosemary oil, and sandalwood oil.
Wow. That's quite the blend. What are the benefits of all those oils?
These oils are known for their nourishing and stimulating properties, promoting healthy hair growth and shine. And the scalp massage helps to improve circulation and distribute the oils evenly.
So it's like a mini spa treatment for your hair. I'm definitely going to try that.
You should. It's a simple but effective way to pamper your hair and scalp. She also recommends using a water filter for hair washing, especially if you live in an area with hard water.
Is hard water bad for your hair? I've never even thought about that.
It can be. Hard water can contain minerals that build up on your hair, making it dry, brittle, and difficult to manage. A water filter helps to remove those minerals, leaving your hair softer and more manageable.
I had no idea. It's amazing how these seemingly small tweaks can make such a big difference.
Okay, so we've covered skincare and hair care. What other areas does Simone address?
She doesn't just focus on external beauty. She also talks about the importance of inner strength and resilience.
I love that she's bringing those qualities into the beauty conversation. It's so much more than just looking good. It's about feeling good and being strong from the inside out.
Exactly. And that inner strength can manifest in so many ways. It could be about setting boundaries, speaking your truth, or pursuing your dreams despite challenges.
It's about owning your power and living authentically.
Precisely. And that kind of authenticity is incredibly beautiful.
This is so inspiring. I'm feeling like I need to do some serious self-reflection after this deep dive. But wait, I know Simone had 46 beauty tips, and I feel like we've only scratched the surface.
You're right. We've still got plenty more to uncover.
Well, then let's keep this beauty train rolling. What other gems does Simone have in store for us? Let's delve into some of her more specific tips for targeting wrinkles and maintaining a youthful appearance, shall we?
Let's do it. I'm ready for more. Okay, we're back and ready to uncover more of Simone Squared's beauty secrets. We were just about to dive into some of her more specific tips for wrinkles, weren't we?
We were. And she has some really interesting ones. For example, she recommends incorporating facial massages into our routines.
Facial massages. I love a good massage, but what do those have to do with wrinkles?
Well, think of it this way. Massaging your face can stimulate collagen production and improve blood circulation. both of which can help to plump up the skin and minimize the appearance of fine lines.
So it's like a natural facelift. I'm all for that. Are there any specific massage techniques she recommends?
There are. You can find lots of tutorials online for different types of facial massages.
Mm.
Some people use tools like gua sha stones or jade rollers, but you can also just use your fingers.
I've seen those gua sha stones all over social media. Maybe it's time I finally try one out. What else does Simone recommend?
She's also a big advocate for using pimple patches or targeted treatments instead of picking at blemishes.
Ugh, I'm so guilty of picking at my pimples. But why is that bad for wrinkles?
Picking at your skin can cause inflammation and even scarring, which can make wrinkles more prominent. Pimple patches, on the other hand, help to draw out impurities and promote healing without damaging the skin.
That's a good point. I need to break that bad habit and stock up on pimple patches. What about overnight treatments? Does she have any recommendations?
She does. She's a fan of overnight sleep masks, which provide intense hydration and can help plump up the skin, reducing the appearance of fine lines.
I love overnight masks. They're like a little beauty treat while you sleep.
Exactly. It's a simple way to boost your skincare routine without much effort.
Now, we've talked a lot about external care, but I'm curious to circle back to the idea of inner beauty. Does Simone offer any tips for cultivating that inner glow?
She does. And it goes beyond just meditation and stress reduction. She also talks about the importance of fueling your body with nutrient-rich foods.
That makes sense. We are what we eat, right? So what kind of diet does she recommend?
She emphasizes the importance of incorporating plenty of fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats into your diet. She also mentions the benefits of fermented foods like kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi for gut health.
I've heard so much about the gut microbiome and how it impacts everything from our digestion to our mood.
It's true. A healthy gut can contribute to clearer skin, stronger immunity, and even a more balanced mood.
So it's not just about what we put on our bodies, but also about what we put in them.
Exactly. It's a holistic approach that recognizes the interconnectedness of our physical, mental, and emotional well-being.
Now, I'm curious to hear more about Simone's thoughts on aging gracefully. It seems like she's embracing the process rather than fighting it, right?
She is. She recognizes that aging is a natural and inevitable part of life, and she encourages us to view it as a journey of growth and transformation rather than something to be feared.
That's such a refreshing perspective. So much of the beauty industry is focused on anti-aging, which can make you feel like you're constantly battling against time.
It's true, but Simone's approach is about accepting and celebrating each stage of life. She believes that true beauty lies in embracing our individuality and expressing our authentic selves, wrinkles and all.
I love that. It's about shifting our focus from erasing signs of aging to embracing the wisdom and experience that come with getting older.
Exactly. And that shift in perspective can be incredibly empowering.
Now, I can't let you go without asking about one of my favorite aspects of Simone's philosophy, her integration of traditional Asian practices.
That's something that really sets her apart. She often draws inspiration from her Chinese heritage, incorporating ancient wisdom and rituals into her modern beauty routine.
Like we talked about earlier, the chicken bone broth for collagen is a great example.
Yes, and she also talks about incorporating green tea and herbal teas into her routine for their antioxidant properties.
I love a good cup of green tea. I had no idea it had beauty benefits too.
It's amazing how many traditional remedies have stood the test of time and are now being backed by science.
It's like a blend of ancient wisdom and modern knowledge. So inspiring.
Well, we've covered so much ground in this deep dive. Is there anything else you want to highlight before we wrap up?
I think the key takeaway from Simone's 46 beauty habits is that true beauty is a multifaceted concept. It's not just about external appearances, it's about taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional well-being.
It's about nourishing yourself from the inside out, embracing your individuality, and celebrating the journey of life, wrinkles and all.
Absolutely. It's about finding what works for you and creating a beauty routine that feels authentic and empowering.
This deep dive has been so insightful. I'm feeling inspired to revamp my entire approach to beauty and well-being.
Me too. It's a reminder that beauty is not a destination. It's a continuous journey of self-discovery and self-love. So beautifully said. Well, that about wraps it up for our deep dive into Simone Squared's 46 beauty habits. Thanks for joining us on this journey of beauty exploration. Remember, true beauty is about shining from within and embracing the unique, amazing individual that you are. Until next time, keep exploring and keep glowing.